As Congress continues its 5-week recess, there appears to be an ongoing contest among GOP House members, a kind of Republicans Got Talent for saying the most ridiculous and offensive things at town hall meetings. The latest features Congressman Blake Farenthold of Texas. He took a birther question at a recent town hall, and rather than dismiss the questioner outright, he explained that if it were up to the House GOP, well, the current president of the United States would no longer be in office.
If we were to impeach the president tomorrow, you could probably get the votes in the House of Representatives to do it. But it would go to the Senate, and he wouldn't be convicted.
Now, that was a worthy first effort by Mr. Farenthold. A colleague from Oklahoma, however, has gone one better. During a heated exchange with a woman who identified herself as a birther princess, Congressman Markwayne Mullin assured her that while he too couldn't do anything about the election results, he explicitly agreed with her overall thesis as to the president's birth.
I believe what you're saying, and I don't support this president whatsoever.
But he's not a real president.
But, ma'am, we lost.
And joining us now is Democratic Congressman Raúl Grijalva of Arizona. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Martin. How are you?
I'm sorry to repeat in your presence some of these wizened, tired, repetitive and racist statements. But before he left D.C., Mr. Boehner, the Speaker of the House, sounded assured, never mind the animosity before the recess, his conference would return relaxed and ready to legislate. And then we see what's going on in people's constituencies. What's your analysis?
The analysis is that the Republican majority is dysfunctional. The reason nothing is taken in with the seriousness and urgency that it demands, whether it's immigration or economic policies.
Or impeaching the President of the United States for no good reason. No, he didn't even give us a reason.
No, and that's part of, I mean, that's part of the psychology there, that it's not only, it's delusional. And so you go out to your constituents, and instead of leading and requiring some real conversation, what do? You pander, you feed the fire, you make ridiculous charges, and you come back to Congress carrying that baggage, and that's all we do. The unfortunate thing is that Boehner is showing no leadership, and these two colleagues are representative of a kind of a fraternity house attitude that we're just going to party, go back, nothing serious, and yet everything around us and in this nation is terribly serious right now.
And to your point, sir, a GOP congressman in North Carolina, Patrick McHenry, got an earful from one man who identified himself as 63-year-old husband who strongly supports the health care law. Now, I want to play for you the reaction his question received. Take a listen to this.
I'd like to ask you and the Republican Party to answer the question is, why do I not have a moral right and access to health care, and you want to defund Obamacare, which is by law and policy going to save billions of dollars over the next 10 years?
There you are. You get applause from the questioner, but can you explain to our audience, sir, why Republicans want 30 million people not to benefit from health insurance?
I think it fits into a philosophy, which is a very restrictive 1 or 2% kind of a philosophy who benefits, and it also fits into to what they feel everything should be: privatized, minimized government role, and then the collateral damage are the poor, the vulnerable, and those that can't fend for themselves, and those that haven't had the opportunity to fend for themselves. So it's a philosophy, and it's a very twisted philosophy, and that applause received there, we're seeing the same thing in the district. People want to know about implementation of Obamacare. They want to know how to access it, and when 28% of my constituents are uninsured, obviously that's where we're spending our time on this risk, is working to make sure that people are informed and know how to get onto the insurance program.
Congressman Raúl Grijalva, thank you, sir.